I heard you've become a paraplegic now. That sucks. Do your best from now on with rehab and things like that.
Hold on a second. Why are you acting so distant from me now, Tyler? It was your fault in the first place for the accident that's left me this way. You understand that, don't you?
I understand that, but I don't care either way.
You don't care about what you did to me? Huh? You were driving drunk and ended up putting me in this terrible situation, and you're going to say things like that about it? What you've done is not something I'm going to let go of. You should at least be at the hospital with me right now. Can you tell me why you're not at my side? Where even are you right now?
I've left the house already. I'll let you have that crappy house. Ain't that great?
What do you mean you've left our house? And you're giving it to me? That house has belonged to my family for generations, so you're not giving me crap.
Is that so? Well, it doesn't matter because I'm out of there already. I left you the divorce paper there to work on when you get out. Make sure to have it handed in as soon as possible.
Huh?
But make sure not to say anything about me driving drunk, okay? You allowed me to drive the car drunk, so we'd both be in hot water at that point.
I tried to stop you, but you never listened to me and kept saying that everything would be okay. Now, what is all of this about you leaving the house and wanting a divorce from me?
I'm getting a divorce from you, Vicky. Should have known that the moment you found out you couldn't move your legs.
Huh? You're serious about that? There's no way you'd actually want to leave me, right? You think you're going to just leave me now that I can't walk by getting a divorce?
That's exactly it. I'm not gonna stay with someone who can't move around anymore.
Isn't that kind of screwed up, though? Especially when this happened to me because of you.
And so what? You and I are still young, right? And I'm not going to throw away the rest of my life having to take care of a paraplegic.
I never said you had to take care of me forever, though.
But I'll have to, right? You can't even stand up anymore, let alone get anywhere without someone helping you. I want to be married to a normal person, okay? I can't even begin to think of what life I'd have to be pushing your wheelchair around forever. Even having to be married to a cripple is impossible. So we're getting a divorce, please. That's fine, right?
I'm without words because of what I've heard come out of your mouth. After causing me to become paralyzed from the waist down due to your own negligence, you're going to ask me to get a divorce now? And your reason for that is because I can't walk now? There's just no way someone would do that or even could.
Say whatever you'd like about it. This is all going to be impossible for me, having to stay with a woman like you. So can you spare me from having to waste the rest of my life with you?
Waste the rest of your life? You just ruined a large part of my life and you're going to say something like that? Do you really think you're the victim right now, Tyler? This is so screwed up that I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm fine with a divorce now. But don't ever dare come around me after this ever again.
Why would I? There's no reason for me to. Now, you have a good one, and I hope you can get better soon. If you can start walking again, that would be perfect. Well, that won't ever happen, though. They said that you'd never be able to walk again, right? So your best bet now is to become a pro at using that wheelchair. See ya!
This is all so bad that I'm not even going to read your messages anymore. I really messed up by marrying you. Goodbye forever and never come around me again.
I can't believe that I'd meet you somewhere like here. Don't tell me that this whole time you've been trying to stalk me.
I would never and never say something that disgusting about me. I have never wanted to meet with you after you divorced me 5 years ago, okay?
Then why are you here at this company's founding party? This is not the kind of place a woman of your like should be at.
What do you mean by a woman of my likes? What kind of saying is that anyways?
I'm sure you have an idea of what I meant by that. This is not the place for you to come to. Well, it doesn't matter to me anyway, because after leaving you, my life has become so much more amazing.
Huh? More amazing, huh?
I was able to land a job within this brand new company. And right now, I'm going to be going from a simple man to an elite because of it. And this is all because of me divorcing you and getting remarried to someone that allowed me to get to this point.
I love seeing that you're so happy to be here and are willing to talk down to me because of it. But this will be the only time you feel this happy.
Huh? Why are you acting like you know anything about me? Maybe you do, because you've been trying to stalk me this whole time. I'll act as though this was all a coincidence, as long as you get out of here right now.
Why do you think that this was all a coincidence?
Because there should be no other way that you knew I would be here, right? And I don't want to believe that you're stalking me now. So look around and see how nobody here wants you at this party. Now go! And just to reiterate, I'm so happy that I divorced you. And getting into that accident was like a gift from God, giving me the chance to escape you.
Huh? What are you saying after causing someone to become crippled?
Well, I know I screwed up your life a little, but because of that, I was able to find a wife that's far superior to you. And it's because of her that I've been employed within this company. I'm living my best life right now.
You have no right to be that happy. I was getting so close to forgetting about our past. But now that I've had to run into you again, I've had to see just how much worse of a person you've become. And all of those painful memories are coming back to me.
It was the right choice getting away from a cripple. I was able to marry a beautiful woman, and she introduced me to what will soon be a very powerful company. I'm so freaking happy.
Well, welcome to my husband's company.
Huh?
I didn't come to this party to try and stalk you. I'm here because this company's CEO is my husband.
What are you going on about? Your husband's the CEO?
That's right. Is that a problem for you? I'm happy to see that he's going to be the boss of you. And if you wanted me to prove that he's your CEO, his name is Jeffrey Marcus.
You have to be kidding me right now. Why would he ever be willing to marry a defective woman like you?
How about you ask around about him and I? I'm sure that you wouldn't know anything about him yet since you're still new here, but I think everyone else here knows about him and I. About how the CEO's wife is in a wheelchair due to being a paraplegic. And that's the reason that he's worked so hard to become a CEO. That's the whole reason that this company works in the medical field with things like prosthetics and wheelchairs.
Huh? Then, hold on. Are you for real?
The woman that you've been talking down to and treating like an idiot is really the woman that's married to your CEO right now.
If that's the case, then I've messed up. You keep all that's happened between us a secret, okay? I'm still a little suspicious about you really being his wife, but please don't talk about us. Don't say a frickin' word. Don't take the career I've just gotten away from me.
Well, everything you've just asked for all is a waste. I'm going to make sure that everything you've done is known.
What the hell? Are you serious? Why would you want to do that to me?
Because I'm a good wife, and I never hide anything from my husband. He already knows about what you've done to me in the past, so... But I'm sure he never noticed that you had been hired to his company yet, so I'm going to have to make that known to him. Oh, I can't wait to see what he'll do to you. Ha!
Hold on a second, Vicky. You don't have to do that to me. I had just wanted to see if you were really his wife, and I can see that you are. I think that's pretty insane for you.
The CEO of this company that really loves his wife is going to be pissed. I think he's not only going to have you fired from the company, but he'll make sure that other companies are aware of who you are. I don't think you'll ever have another chance of seeing me again. And that's perfect.
That's not perfect. What are you talking about? Don't say such needless things to the CEO, okay? I've finally been given the chance to work for a huge company like this.
Well, I just told him.
Huh?
He seems to have a little time to talk, so I spoke to him about this. And he blew up when I said things about this, just as I expected he would.
You're lying, right? What?
He told me he's going to take everything that's made your life worth living and throw it in the trash for you. I can't wait to hear about what'll be happening with you next.
Wait, Vicky, can you please slow this down a little? I was just told that I might be fired and was just removed from the party.
If you're going to try and fix it all for this, it's far too late for you. I think this will go just like I said, where you'll be fired from your job soon. And then you'll probably never be able to work a decent job in this city ever again.
I have no idea what's going on. What are they all talking about?
He's telling everyone about who exactly you are and what you did to me. And don't even bother trying to work the night shift at any of the gas stations around either. My husband is going to make sure that no matter who you try to seek employment from here, they won't take you. Sucks to be you, right? You had only just found a wonderful job and all. But after this, you're going to find it very difficult to make any kind of money in this city.
But you're going too far by allowing all of this.
Could you think about what you've done to me?
What are you talking about, Vicky? What did I do?
You're that far gone then, huh? You had been driving drunk, and with me in the passenger seats got us into an accident that made me lose the ability to use both my legs.
I know about all of that. And I feel a little bad for that.
Well, when you think about who's been going too far with things, look at yourself. And think about your wife for a second.
What are you talking about now? She has nothing to do with this.
Your wife is the senior director's daughter, right? After him and my husband had a talk just a bit ago, the air between them just changed. Did you never tell any of them about what you've done?
Huh? He's the senior director.
I think he's going to have to take responsibility for what you've done and will also be fired if you don't do something. I'm sure you're going to be hated by your wife for this, but good luck.
They have nothing to do with this, though. He's just my father-in-law. He was never even around when everything went down 5 years ago. Asking for him to be fired as well is literally going way too far. Stop it!
Going way too far is all you can say now about what I'm doing. But the only person that took things too far was you after you found out I was paralyzed. And besides, I'm not going to listen to you asking me to stop. My husband is the one that's taking care of all of this, so telling me to stop isn't going to get you anywhere.
But he's your husband, so you can go and tell him to stop all of this. And it's all your fault that this is happening to me.
Really? My fault for all of this? Even though you're the one that's let all of this build up over time? Ha!
Please, can you just look past what I said today? We could both just act like this never happened and never have to see each other anymore. I had gone through so many hardships to get here, and after finding a wife to help me find this job, I've been living a wonderful life. If I'm going to get fired after this, then all of that would have been for nothing and I'll lose everything I've earned.
Why are you continuing to talk about how hard life's been for you until you got that job when you left me to fend for myself after paralyzing me? You literally called me such terrible things back then and told me that you wanted a divorce only because you wanted a wife that was normal? Do you really think that after doing all of that to me, I was going to let any of this go?
I'm sorry about what I said to you today. I had a few drinks and all, so maybe I was a little too forward with you about what I thought. I never meant to make you remember what happened back then, and I really just wanted to say hi to you.
Well, it's too late now. You're finally going to have to pay for taking my ability to walk freely away.
I didn't ruin your life or anything. That was all due to the accident we got in.
Even if it was an accident, you had been drinking a lot that night and still chose to drive after all my warnings. We had slammed into the light post going 50 miles per hour down that road, and all I remember was that you were outside the car passed out, and I was in the seat slumped over with no feeling past my waist. Such a terrible memory. And it's because of you causing that crash that I'm bound to this wheelchair. The worst thing is that the days after that crash were the worst because you called me horrible things and continued to tell me that you never wanted to care for me. And it wasn't even a week before you had already divorced me and vanished.
Hey, I was young back then and didn't know any better. I didn't know the right things to say back then, and that's why I seemed so cold. Now that I've grown up and know that I've done was wrong. Please understand me.
You've grown up? Huh. After what you said to me today, I understand you completely. You haven't learned a single thing since the accident you caused, and you don't plan to.
Please, believe what I've said.
I told you that I'd never let any of that go. But I'm sure you even forgot about me saying that back then. Huh.
But there's no benefit to tearing me down like this, right? I told you that I messed up. So please, tell your husband, my CEO, all about all of this. Are you happy to see me suffering right now?
Tyler, you know very well that I'm loving every second of this. You try to take my happiness in life away, but hey, I'm actually very grateful for the life I have right now. But even now, I still remember everything that you did to me then, things you said to me then. So now, get ready to enjoy what will be living hell after this. Isn't it great that you ended up divorcing me? But I'm sure you'll find out that it's not great. Rather, it's horrible that you divorced me.
After that, Tyler was fired from his newly acquired position, and the senior director was also fired for his role he played in hiring him. And after finding out about this, Tyler's wife was furious to hear his past caused her dad to get fired and asked that he divorce her for that. And I don't blame her one bit since he never told either one of them about what he did to me. He really did end up causing troubles for more people than just me, and now he's really going to be buried deep for that. And once that had all happened, Tyler got to experience even more of what Vicky said would happen to him, and he wasn't able to find a single place that would hire him. And since he had nowhere to work in the city, he was forced to move away. Nobody around me has a clue where he moved away to, but I'm sure that wherever he is now, he should be working his butt off trying to start fresh. As for Vicky, she is still being loved by her husband still, and the two of them are living in a romantic life together. Seems that getting that divorce back then was much better for Vicky than it was for Tyler.